In this HyperFlex iSCSI video series, I'm going to show you how to use the HyperFlex iSCSI API. So API is very powerful. You can use it for automation. You can create Python script, Go scripts. You can do all kind of things with it. And especially the iSCSI API is very, very powerful, and you can automate everything that you like. So if you normally go to your HyperFlex cluster IP address, you will see this screen because this is HX Connect. If you go to the HyperFlex cluster IP address /API Explorer, you will see this, and this is the HXDP 4.5 release. And as you can see over here, you see the iSCSI APIs. And when you select them, you will see what is possible. So there is a target management, the initiator groups, learn management, cloning network, and summary. And let's start with just a summary. So if I click it and it will open, you see all kind of things. And this is the example value that you can get back. But before you can try it out, you have to fill in the authorization, and that's the token you will get, a bearer token. So in this case, it's already on the clipboard, and make sure that you have a bearer space in the beginning of your token. Then the cluster UUID is also required. So I'm going to fill the cluster UUID in. And now I can say, let's try it out. When I do a try it out, you will see, well, this is the request URL. This is the curl. So curl is a command. You can use it in Windows, you can use it on Linux. If you use this command, you will get the same response body. And as you can see, I've got 6 targets, 6 learns, 5 initiated groups, and this is the used capacity. There are way more things you can do. So also like target management, you can get all the targets, but you can also create targets. So if you do a post, of course the cluster UUID is required, and also the authorization is required. Then you have to configure your target, so you have to fill in a body. I'm a lousy person, so I just click over here, and now we have the name, and the name will be API demo. I'm not gonna link it to an initiator group. So basically I've got the name and the out method. I'm gonna try it out, and as you can see, there's a task ID. But I don't know if it succeeded or not, so I have to go to the task, and I can easily do it at the activity in HX Connect. And as you can see, it failed because I only said, well, the authentication is CHAP, and I didn't give any credentials. So let's go back. Let's change it to none. Try it out. You will get the task ID back. Let's go again to the activity. Let's do a refresh. And there's already a target with the same name. So if you go to the iSCSI, indeed you see API demo. So last attempt. Let's change the name. Oh, there's the body. Demo 2. So when you're working with APIs, it's very important to also verify your task ID. So if I go back over here, again the activity, I refresh it, now it's created, of course. And now you see the API demo 2 is created. So when you write a script, please verify that the task ID is successful or failed, but not that it's still running. So please wait for it. So with the API you can create the targets, what I already mentioned. You can delete it, of course, you can change them. And it's the same with the initiator groups, even with the LUNs, you can all do kind of things. Same with cloning, so you can easily create clones of a LUN. And there's the iSCSI network management. So in the beginning, when you don't have iSCSI network configured, you can create a network also via API. And you can change it, but the change is only adding IP addresses for your expansion of your cluster. And there's one, that's the delete network. And when you delete the iSCSI network, and let's act crazy and just do it. UUID. The only thing I have to do is try it out. So it's just a very powerful API. Try it out. Response body, there's a task ID. So if I go to the activity again, I'll refresh it. And as you can see, it's now destroying the iSCSI network. And then you said, well, wait, there were already some targets and LUNs on it. That's correct. So right now, when you have an initiator, the initiator can't connect to your HyperFlex target anymore because there's no network. And why would you use this API? So for instance, you do need an IP change of your iSCSI network, change of the gateway. You can easily destroy the iSCSI network, and later on I'm just going to recreate it, and all the LUNs, data, initiator group targets, it's still there. So that's pretty powerful. And while it's running, I do have a Postman collection, and it's on GitHub. And when I go to Postman, it's called the HyperFlex iSCSI Management APIs. And it's easily created because when you use the API Explorer, you still have to copy paste your cluster UUID and your authentication token. So right now, when you start, just edit the variable. So fill in your HyperFlex cluster IP address. Update. Then step 2 is get the access token. You have to fill in the body with the username and password. So now I've got the access token and the refresh token, and of course I can copy paste it, but it's already put in some variable. So right now I'm going to get the cluster UUID. I just hit send. I've got the cluster UUID, and now I can do all kind of tasks that are defined over here. So let's say the targets, I want to get the targets. So normally you have to fill in all kind of things, but right now it's just basically a send. Oh, and it's not possible because the iSCSI network is deleted, but otherwise you will see all kind of information over here. So let's hit send. And as you can see right now I've got all the targets, at least I got a JSON file with all the targets. And it's the same for the initiator group and for the network.